Hey everybody, this is Amanda Cooper, and in the studio with me today we have Chris Farr. He's one of the co-founders of the South Carolina Rough Riders, as well as co-founder of the upcoming event, Weekend with the Pros at, I believe it's Captain's Choice Marine.
That's right, Captain's Choice on 378 in Lexington.
All right, now so the water sports is coming to Lexington.
That's right. You can come by land or by water.
Okay.
Saturday at 2 o'clock, Saturday the 10th. We'll be anchoring out and putting on a big show with local wakeboarders, local talent, as well as some of the world's top wakeboarders that we bring in to do lessons with kids and people of all ages, Friday and Saturday. And then Saturday at 2 p.m., we put on a big show for the whole lake.
This sounds kind of cool. I'm such an adventurous person. I didn't even know wakeboarding was a thing in South Carolina.
That's right. And people that aren't familiar with wakeboarding, they say, well, what is it? The way that I describe it, it's like water skiing. It's snowboarding behind a boat. So there's a huge following of it here in South Carolina, and we have some great high-level riders that are right here from the Midlands, and they'll be doing lessons for people of any skill level, children, adults. The oldest lesson participant we've ever had in this event in the 19 years that we've been doing it, they took a lesson for their 70th birthday.
Wow!
Yeah. And we've had kids out with us that were as young as 4 years old, learning to wakeboard. So the heart of the event is really to introduce people to the sport of wakeboarding and to get them involved in it.
That is so cool. Okay, now I have to be clear. You say here it's for any age and any accessibility, any disabilities?
Any
what about any weight size? I mean, can you be a little skinny or a little thick up there on that wakeboard? What is that all about?
100% success rate.
Okay,
This is our 18th annual event, and we've taught people of all ages and skill levels.
Well, you know I'm asking for a reason. I might just have to come out and try it. That's why.
We've got a spot for you.
All right, I love that. So this is so cool. When I found out about this event, I was really shocked. Like I said, it's been a while since I've been back here, and I'm such an enthusiast. You are co-founder of this event. Why are you guys having this? How did this come about? Were you just sitting around saying, hey, let's do Weekend with the Pros?
So it really goes back to when I was about 12 or 13 years old.
Okay.
And I was not into traditional sports. I was not good at sports. I was overweight. I had low self-confidence, and somehow my parents interacted with a professional wakeboarder, and for my birthday they got me a lesson. And so I was incredibly nervous. We meet the pro rider and we go down on the dock, and I didn't even want to get in the water. I said, well, you go first and let me see how this is done. He hit the water, he did a flip, and that was it for me. I knew from that moment on at 12 years old that this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life.
Wow.
And so then when we were in college, I got really involved in the sport, and me and some friends were going to go on spring break. We were going to go to Orlando to do pro lessons, and we started adding up the cost of the flight and the travel, and what we realized was that we could hire the pro to come to us and split the cost, and that's how Weekend with the Pros was born 19 years ago as the first event, and it was just us and some friends, and we did it again the next year. And about 3 years into it, we realized that there were people just coming to watch. It wasn't just for those of us that were doing the lessons, it was entertaining for anybody that enjoys being on the lake. And that's how over the years it's grown, and now Captain's Choice is a huge sponsor. They've been a tremendous help. They provide us a venue and the boats and the equipment. So if you're coming by the lake, people know it as Big Hollow Creek, or just type in Captain's Choice into your GPS, or by land, Captain's Choice on 378. You don't have to have a boat to come watch the show. You can come out and spectate from land, and that's 2 o'clock on Saturday. We'll be doing lessons Friday and Saturday, and then the show is 2 o'clock on Saturday.
That is so cool. So if they wanted to sign up for lessons, they can. If not, they can just come to the show on Saturday.
Yes. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Lessons, we still have some availability left for half day and full day. That's at our website, scroughriders.com, or on Instagram or Facebook. But the show, 2 o'clock on Saturday, is free for the whole family.
Nice.
We want as many people there as possible to enjoy the sport of wakeboarding, to cheer on the local pros, and to see the global talent, really top level performers on Lake Murray.
Wow, that sounds cool. So I wrote down some notes. So I have here 10 a.m. to 2. It's food trucks. Is that
That's
right?
right. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then the show, it says here, sharply starts at 2 p.m.
That's right.
So, but if anybody wanted to come by land and bring their own cooler or lawn chair, can they do that?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Captain's Choice has a great viewing area from land. It's a wonderful venue, and we'll be there partying Friday and Saturday. We have food trucks and merchandise, snow cones, and then Saturday the show starts at 2 p.m. So if you're coming by land, come a little bit early to get a good spot, or if you're coming by water, come a little bit early so you anchor up in a good spot.
So tell me about parking, because I know sometimes when you have these events, if I'm not mistaken, like you guys draw a large crowd. So parking, how is that?
Yep. By water, our record attendance is 500 boats, and we
Wow.
want to break that this year. So please come on out. And by land, Captain's Choice, they're fully equipped for parking. They've got golf carts that help with transportation. They've got people there that guide the parking. It's a really low barrier to entry. It's a
Wow.
great way to come out.
So now, is there like a fee, like entry to the park? I know sometimes I go to Lake Murray, go to the boating dock, and I have to pay $5 to get in. Is that similar?
No, there's no charge at all.
Oh wow, this is pretty awesome. So it starts at 2. It's for start, but they can get there as early as 10 and enjoy kind of the festivities, check around, kind of get their nice spot. But the show starts at 2. Tell me about some of the people that'll be performing at the show on Saturday.
For sure. So the local talent, the great thing about this event, we've been doing it now 19 years. Some of the local high-level riders started as kids doing lessons with us at the event, and now they're riding in the show along with the pros. And some of our local talent will be coaching during the lessons and helping out throughout the weekend. And then the pros that are coming in, we've got Bec Gange. She's originally from Australia. She lives in Orlando. One of the top-level female wakeboarders in the sport. And then Parker Swope from Texas, he's coming in, and he was the 2021 junior world champion, and now he's riding on the pro level. Very high-end rider, great fun to watch.
Wow, this seems so cool. So for people where they've never even heard of this sport and they're interested, could you talk about like some of the tricks that they're going to be doing on the water?
So when we talk about wakeboard trick names, try not to laugh because they all have silly names. Like a double half cab roll is a double backflip where you start off going backwards, or Tootsie Roll, or a Dum Dum, or a 911, or a $1 billion baby. The names are just sound like I'm making them up as we go, but those are all defined tricks in the sport.
So it's almost like you're doing gymnastics on water.
Yes.
Wow,
Yeah.
that is so cool. And how fast is the boat going?
The boat goes for a high-level rider, it's going about 22 miles an hour, and then for kids just getting started, we're going about 12 to 14.
That's pretty impressive. So now, do you and your family, do you have children? Did you teach them how to wakeboard too?
So our kids, our oldest is 9 and our youngest is 4, and they all started wakeboarding when they're about 4 years old, and they'll be riding in the show as well.
Oh, that is so cool. So anybody, literally, like you said earlier, can participate, and if they're interested and say, hey, you know what, I want to do this beyond this date, how do they get more involved into the sport?
Yeah, that's a great question. Follow at SC Rough Riders on our Instagram or Facebook is a great way. And then some of the local riders that are going to be in the show also teach lessons throughout the year.
Oh, nice.
And you mentioned the family. And one thing that we tell people when they call our office and say, well, is this for a kid that's my kid's age? This event is designed for, me having children. We designed this event for kids of any age. Like, we don't want it to be an intimidating thing. We want them to be able to come out and get involved in the sport and really lower that risk factor and that intimidation level to get people out for the first time.
Interesting. So one last question. I know you're tight on time. I don't mean to keep you, but I'm just really interested in this because I think it's really, really a cool thing to teach and for people to see. I like to scuba dive, and I know one of the prerequisites is you don't have to be a strong swimmer. Is that the same for wakeboarding? Do you have to be a strong swimmer, or can you just be okay?
No, that's a great question. You actually don't have to be a swimmer at all, as long as someone's comfortable in the water. All the equipment that we wear is Coast Guard approved, so the life vest float you, and there's no swimming involved. All you need to do is be comfortable in the water and have a desire to learn.
Oh, wow. Well, hey, you got no excuses. You got to come check it out. If you want to just find out more about it, learn, see, and just kind of play in the water a little bit, they can come on, what is it, June the 9th and the 10th.
That's right.
To Captain's Choice Marina in Leesville, South Carolina for Weekend with the Pros, and it's the 18th annual, correct?
The 18th annual.
Wow, they've been doing this a long time, so I'm sure everything's going to be fantastic. You know what, Chris, I have enjoyed speaking with you today. Did I miss anything? Is there anything else you'd like to share with everybody?
I think the only thing is, did you want a half-day lesson or do you want the full-day lesson?
Oh, wow, so you get a choice then.
Yeah,
okay.
for you, right?
Oh, okay. You know what, I might do a half-day lesson just to make sure that that I'm good with it. I don't know. All of this weight on two, what is it, two like skis, right?
No, it's just like a snowboard. So just,
wow.
yeah, just one board.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Yep.
Okay,
well, we'll count on it. We'll sign you up.
Okay, I love it. I'm loving it. I'm going to give it a try. Let's see how it goes. June 9th and 10th, you got to come out and join me as well as Chris and everybody else for all the fun. If you want to take lessons, the website again is
SCRoughriders.com.
And if you want to enjoy the weekend show, you can also visit. Do they have to RSVP? It's just open to the public. They can come out.
Open to the public.
Wow, wonderful. Well, I'm excited and I hope you are. Again, this is Chris Farr. He is co-founder of the South Carolina Rough Riders and also co-founder of the 18th Annual Weekend with the Pros. To learn more information, visit their website. Also, remember to visit coladaily.com. I'm Amanda Cooper, and it's been a pleasure having you here.
Great. Thanks for having us.